The music world was stunned recently by the announcement of the death of Paul di Anno, former lead singer with Iron Maiden. Now, I think most people knew he'd been unwell for some time, but his untimely death at the age of just 66 shocked a lot of people. I remembered meeting him back in 2009 when he was in Cyprus for a series of gigs, and I had a chat to him, so I thought I'd share it with you now.
Considering we never played together before, pretty good actually, yeah, not bad. And I only rehearsed 2 songs with them quickly, and yeah, they done alright. I think I said about the tempo thing, like a little bit faster, and I think they sort of forgot a little bit about that, but yeah, no worries, but it's all good, yeah.
When you're travelling around the world and doing a gig here, a gig there, and so on and so forth, I mean, forgive me, you're not as young as you were when you started this lark. How hard is it to really sort of keep the energy going?
At the minute it's doing me in because of my knee. I've got to have this operation done, but no, it's all right. When you get on stage, just seeing the fans, and that you sort of forget about everything else, and so it's all good, you know what I mean. But it has been tiring because if we'd been sensible and doing it right, we would have been, doing it properly. But we're sort of crisscrossing all over the bloody world. This is nuts. I finish up in now I start the Eastern European tour in 4 days' time. We're out on the road there for 3 weeks. That's a bit more together. Then after that I come back, I got 2 days off, then I'm straight out to Bolivia. And I'm like, sod it, I ain't gonna swear. And I'm like, no, this is doing me in. And then after Bolivia I come back and start Europe again. I got more shows in Italy and Germany in December. Then I can get home to Brazil and see my kids. And then I've got to come all the way back to England again. And then after that, we finish up in the States in February. Then I've got some time off, hopefully. If I don't get into America, I've got 3 months off. So I can get my operation done on my leg then. And it's going to be great.
But you obviously still love what you do. I mean, how did you get into this in the first place? Because you've done all sorts of different jobs.
I was a trainee butcher when I was at school and stuff, and it's always been good. I got a music punk singer in a band when I was about 11, 12, and sort of went on from there. And then somebody knew Iron Maiden offered me and knew me as well, and said they was looking for another singer, and I said no. I went to see them play with their old singer, and I thought they were rubbish. And then Steve persuaded me to go around to his house, and I listened to some of his stuff, the new stuff, and I thought, this is great, because it's a bit faster, and it would work well with my voice, it's like free punk and that, so it was good. So we started a phenomenon.
Tell us a bit about your career since you left Iron Maiden, because you've worked with so many different people, but you've stuck fairly well to the genre, I think.
Well, I have with the punk metal stuff, yeah, but we've done lots of, through my manager and that, we're messing about, he giving me opportunities, just like, he does these things like other artists covering other artists, like ZZ Top and stuff like that, and I've done all bits and pieces, like having a go at other people's songs just for a laugh, so it's been funny, but my career's been great. As soon as I left Maiden, the first solo album I did was a bit weird, it was a bit different, sort of cross between sort of Duran Duran and something else, a bit more electronic and stuff, and it was good though. Went straight number 1 in Japan, then we started getting a bit more serious and done the Battlezone first album, straight number 1 in America, toured around there. Record company tried to change it for the second album, so we got fed up with that. Another hit album, and then left them and had contractual problems, and we changed the name into Killers, still pretty much the same band, and then it did it all over again, so I've been pretty lucky, you know what I mean. It's just carried on like that, and sort of guessing with other people and stuff, and it's been good. Touring is always mad though, that's the crazy part of this.
How easy is it to keep the ideas coming, to keep it fresh, to keep it new? Because people like to hear the old stuff, but you've also got to bring new stuff out, haven't you?
Well, yeah, we do. I haven't made a new record for 6 years now, because I was touring all the time. But then again, the last album we did in Brazil done about 125 million, and straight away. And that's a bit weird. It was a bit steady. It's a bit weird. But it's just the reason I haven't got some new material done, some sort of semi-recorded anyway in Germany, but the thing is that we haven't had time to carry on. I mean, I can't write when I'm on the road. I'm always too tired and too stressed out with interviews and stuff like this, so I can't do it. So I have to write when I get home. But it's easy to keep the ideas going because mine's a little bit more politically, sort of based. And living in Brazil, you see a lot of stuff, which pisses you off, makes you angry and stuff, and like looking at the news and stuff. So I get all my ideas from that. That's about it, really. I hardly ever see any of my family and that 'cause I'm always working. I went down to see my mum the other day. My little babies over in Brazil, we call each other every day and text each other and that, and they're only 8 and 6. And I've seen them twice at the airport in this last year. I met them in Sao Paulo airport, and I've checked myself out while I'm in transit, and then gone down and met them at the cafe down there and like having, like Coke and burger or something, like chat with them. And the plan is to get back off. I've got a break for Christmas now. I'm going home to Brazil on about 21st, 22nd, something like that, and have my kids up till Christmas morning, and then take them back to their mum in the afternoon, and then next day pick them up. We're going away for a week's holiday on the beach, so looking forward to that, because I'm divorced again. Obviously, it doesn't last long on the road, but yeah.
Do you put down your failed marriages basically to your lifestyle and your job?
Well, this one I've got to put down to some stupid bloody woman who knows my ex-wife, and see me talking to some girl in Sao Paulo, and I did this, I think it was a fan, I just signed an autograph, but she went back and told my missus that she thought I was cheating on her, and my missus has taken that as gospel and has never spoken to me since.
But the other failed marriages, I mean, where's it just
being on the road all the time, and it was difficult. Well, I was married to this girl, Paul di Anno, from Bulgaria, and I brought her over to England, and it was really difficult to keep her in the country at the time, you know what I mean? Because one, I couldn't let the government know how much money I had tax-wise and how I was going to support her and that, because I don't live in England that much. I was going to try and do it there, and I got myself into so much shit, and so it was impossible. So we broke up. Sent her back to Bulgaria, and I went back to Brazil, and that was it. So it's been really hard.
And what about Brazil? What took you to Brazil in the first place? I mean, South America is just so far away from, if you like, the music industry, in a sense, in terms of the mainstream music industry.
See, all the best musicians and that are all from over there in South America. Especially the kids like the drummers and all in Sepultura, and they're all buddies of mine. We've all been mates for years, us guys. We all live just around the street from each other as well. And then new singer Derek is a big American dude, and he's about 6'7", from New York. He lives over there now, and also we see each other a lot. I just went over there and fell in love with the places, and it's like how much they love me, and they know how much I love them as well, and it's really great. We've 16, 17 years now almost. It's brilliant. I love it, and I love the people. I like their attitude. Some have got no money, some have, but everyone gets on all right and stuff. You know what I mean? It's cool. I'm sweating again. Right. So that's it. It's hard to put into words. You got to be there. You really have to be there. To me, it's very important. Very important. It's the most important thing in my life, and plus the kids and that out there, football teams, all my mates. It's great.
But you obviously have English roots. I mean, the early days, I think, were tough for you, weren't they, in the East End of London?
Weren't easy, was it, growing up in the East End? None of us lot, no. But we've all done all right, I hope so, anyway. I hope I do, Yeah, it has been tough, but I think that's a good thing to grow up with, you just get on with it, don't you? As simple as that, really, Don't really go there anymore,
Well, you live in Salisbury now. That's a glorious part of the country.
It's great. Yeah, it's brilliant. When I actually get there, so I'll divide my time between, when I'm off the road, I'll divide my time there between Salisbury and Sao Paulo. You couldn't get two more opposites, really, could you? But I love Salisbury because it's got that mixture of new and medieval together, and it's still quite a mad town because we've got all the bloody army camps around, so all the kids get in there, like these poor little sods are going off to Afghanistan and stuff, so I feel sorry for them. Sometimes they've got to let off some steam, haven't they, really, but it can get a bit mental around there sometimes, but that's all.
As you look back over, how many years? Loads of years in the business. What are the high spots for you?
Getting off this bloody tour. It's all been good. Like the first two albums going to #1, getting first silver, gold, platinum albums. Children, they're always number one first. Fantastic fans. And it's all down to the fans that everything me and my family have is what they've given us. So, they're just as important in some ways as my own actual blood family, you know what I mean? And they got me out of tricky situation. It could have been in like East End of London, but no money, nothing. I suppose the only thing I had to look forward to was going to prison. That's about it. It's been good. We made history. We've left a legacy, and not many people can say that, you know what I mean? And, I get to tour all over the world. It's been awesome, so I'm pretty pleased, If I die tomorrow, there's no regrets. Put it that way.
Which is a great way to look back on things. But do you ever get a little bit ticked off that people tend to first and foremost think of you as the singer with Iron Maiden, and that was so long ago, and you've done so much other stuff since?
Then again, it's the same for Ozzy Osbourne. As far as it, because like most fans are going, it's like Black Sabbath, and that's it. It doesn't really matter how much success he has with his own albums. It'll always be the Black Sabbath singer, and I'll always be the first Iron Maiden singer. And I wasn't the first; I was the third, but the first one. We had any success in that, so it's been weird that. But if you accept that you're going to get these questions all the time, then you can get on and move on.
But it hasn't affected the way you approach your music since?
My music is completely different from Iron Maiden's, I used to write a couple of songs with the band, but most of my stuff is a little bit heavier and, a bit faster and a bit more aggressive, so not really, no.
Former Iron Maiden lead singer Paul di Anno, who died earlier this week, aged just 66. The recording was made in 2009 during his visit to Cyprus.